Office, and we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. You could reach me 24/7. Well, you could call. I might not answer it too, but 24/7, 706-889-9700 or chief@fetchernews.com. Follow us on Twitter @FetcherNews or FYNTV. You know, we talk about regulations being rolled back, Let me tell you a word I don't like 82% of the time. I'm going to leave 18% for error. 82% of the time, I don't like the word compliance. Can't stand being in compliance. Are you in compliance? Can't stand that word, okay? So rolling back also takes away, I know so many of those meetings where you're in there and you're in compliance. We're going to talk about that later in the week. Compliance. Oh, I just don't like that one. Okay, now, I predict Crayola will take the white crayon out of the box. What do you predict? It's a big deal. Crayola to retire color from iconic 24 count crayon box. I know you think this is very serious. Very serious. Crayola is about to ditch one of the iconic colors in its 24 count box. The crayon company will make the big announcement Friday on National Crayon Day. That's National Crayon Day, Friday. I'm all about that. National Crayon Day. In Times Square in New York, the company has not yet revealed which color is getting the boot or what will replace it. I think the color getting the boot is white, and they'll put a, you know what, you take the crayon out that's got the color on the side, like you get it out there, it says purple and then it says red and whatever. I think they're going to take the white crayon out and they're going to replace it with one and name the new color trans. The company has not yet revealed which color is getting the boot or what it will replace it with, only teasing in an announcement it will retire one of the beloved colors. See? Beloved colors. White. From the iconic. I'm just having fun. Please relax out there, folks. Don't get all worked up. Crayola will live stream the Friday event on Facebook. What time? The current color. Here's your choices. Red, yellow, blue, brown, orange, green, violet, black, carnation pink. Oh, I gotta vote already. Yellow, orange, blue, green. See, they done mixed up the colors. Just saying. Red, violet, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, white, just plain white. White, violet, red. You see how many mixes they have? Just saying, folks, pay attention. The whole answer to our future could be in a Crayola crayon box. Dandelion, they're apricot. I didn't know apricot. So indigo's in there, really? Okay. Gray. So which one do you think they're going to take out of the box? Just saying. All right, moving right along. The 6th Congressional District. Now, there's a lot of other stories out there we're going to work on, but the 6th Congressional District. And the only reason I bring this one up is all I keep hearing is Ossoff. All right? And then the next name I hear is Karen Handel. And the next name, you did that on purpose, didn't you? You did it on purpose, okay? The next name I hear is Karen Handel, okay, after Ossoff. And yesterday we had Judson Hill, which has been, endorsed by Newt Gingrich. So let's go with this guy, Saxby Chambliss. You remember the former Senator Saxby Chambliss? Let's put this together. Now, Republicans have a choice here. There's 11 Republican candidates to choose from. 2 independents, 5 Democrats. And has Karen Handel made a decision, okay, Now we're going to do 2 segments that are going to involve counting votes. And obviously you got to get the votes to win, so don't take me to task on that. But now Karen Handel knows how to count votes, okay? Oh, she knows how to count votes. It's just always been those last couple votes that she hasn't been able to count on to get the win. But she knows how to count votes. Nice lady. She gets endorsed by Saxby Chambliss. Now, what did I tell you the other day about our memories? This is my example. If you watch every day, I keep telling you, America's memory of the last administration is there's no depth. And I'm gonna explain that why Republicans own Obamacare in the next segment. We have no memory when it comes to some things. There's only, I'm gonna give 5%. There's only 5% that truly pay attention. There may be 5% that really, when Karen Handel announced that she had been endorsed by Saxby Chambliss, former senator of the United States, there was only a handful of people that remembered why he retired. Now, the media has all the accounts of why Saxby Chambliss retired. The media has all the accounts of that. He gives all the reasons he retired, but I know why he retired, or I feel I know the truth of why he retired. Speculation churns. This article is posted November 19th in 2013 by Joshua Miller. Okay. Speculation churns on Chambliss challenger. Senator Saxby Chambliss is the opposite of cable TV firebrand. With his thin white hair and restrained drawl, he has the look of a genteel Southern senator direct from central casting. But the Georgia Republicans' willingness to reach across the aisle, Saxby's willingness to reach across the aisle, I have not forgotten. No. I can tell you why Saxby Chambliss didn't run. But the Georgia Republicans' willingness to reach across the aisle. Just saying. He endorsed Karen Handel. Will she be reaching across the aisle? I mean, is this the kind of people? Hey, birds of a feather, maybe, you never know. Reach across the aisle. And his comfort with the idea of compromise. Holy mackerel. You know, there's another word I just don't like. I don't like compromise and I don't like compliance. I'm just saying, folks, if I'm right, I don't understand the concept. I'm sorry. Don't get mad, okay? I told you compromise one time. We'll get over. But the Georgia Republicans' willingness to reach across the aisle and his comfort with the idea of compromise give him a different look to many Tea Party activists back home, vulnerable. Okay? Chambliss begins the 2014 cycle as arguably the senator most exposed to a primary challenger. That's why he left, folks. Most exposed to a primary challenger, although he is strategically much better positioned than Indiana Republican Richard Lugar was. The movement's biggest victory from 2010 elections, Chambliss's problem with his party's base are no less palatable. Senator Chambliss is not very popular, okay? We had this person, this goes back to 2013. I do not know how Debbie Dooley keeps popping here. Senator Chambliss is not very popular among a lot of conservative grassroots, said Debbie Dooley, national coordinator of Tea Party Patriots and co-founder of the Atlanta Tea Party. Conservatives don't feel he's a conservative at his best, at the best he is, said Virginia Galloway, State Director of American Prosperity for Georgia. Okay, sometimes when he sees himself being a statesman, conservatives see him as being a sellout. Saxby Chambliss knew that if he would attempt to run, okay, in the 2014 cycle, that he knew if he attempted to run last time, he would be challenged. Now, I think there was 8 people run for the seat after he retired. Karen Handel was one of them. Karen Handel ran for Saxby Chambliss' seat. Every single candidate, okay, and I'm not going to pick them out now. I interviewed every candidate in that race on the Republican side. And I even interviewed Michelle Nunn on the Democrat side. But I interviewed every candidate in that Senate race at that time and asked each one if Saxby Chambliss' name would have been on the ballot, would they have challenged him? I got a couple to say yes. I won't bring them out. Most of them said it was a hypothetical. He wasn't on the ballot. Let Saxby go home. And they played the politics side. Which one was Karen Handel? Saxby Chambliss knew if he attempted to run again, he would have a challenger. Saxby Chambliss knew that his career as a senator in Georgia could end in an election loss because at best, okay, Chambliss, but the Georgia Republicans' willingness to reach across the aisle and his comfort with the ideal of compromise give him a different look. Vulnerable. He looked very vulnerable. Well, now he'd come out and he's endorsed Karen Handel. Put Karen Handel up there. Okay? So he's come out and he's endorsed Karen Handel. Okay? How important are endorsements? Okay? Our guest yesterday, Judson Hill, our guest yesterday, Judson Hill, has been endorsed by Newt Gingrich. Okay? How important are endorsements? Do you take an endorsement from anybody as a candidate? So Saxby Chambliss calls up and says, I'd like to endorse you. Okay? So do you flip a coin and say, well, the bottom line is to get the W? So do I take the endorsement or say, well, thanks but no thanks, because a fundraiser comes with it, and he goes to somebody else and endorses somebody else? What do you do? I understand, but Karen Handel has been endorsed by Saxby Chambliss, and it's been very widespread, and I don't think the people in the 6th District need to forget that Saxby Chambliss actually retired because he was vulnerable. Now, here's another guy. Let's go endorsement for endorsement. Let's go endorsements for endorsement. She goes with Saxby Chambliss endorsement. Let's put up. Now, she ran for Senate. Don't forget, she ran for Senate against this guy, David Perdue. Put up David Perdue. Now, that's your senator now that took Saxby Chambliss' place. He ran as the outsider, okay? Karen Handel could not beat Saxby Chambliss, okay? Karen Handel could not beat Saxby Chambliss, could not beat David Perdue in the primary, Republican primary in Georgia. She lost. David Perdue is now the governor. Well, David Perdue has come out. Is his name Don Mooney? Is that his name, Don? Dan. Senator David Perdue has come out and endorsed yesterday, I think it was the day before, put his picture up. That's Dan Mooney in the race. So, if I'm Dan Mooney and David Perdue calls me up and says, I'd like to endorse you, or you call David Perdue and say, could you please endorse me? I would get that endorsement. Because right now, if articles are written about David Perdue, Senator David Perdue, you will not see the same kind of article written about David Perdue that you've seen written about Saxby Chambliss. Won't happen. You will see where David Perdue wore the jean jacket with his Make America Great Again hat supporting Donald Trump. You will see David Perdue's cousin, Sonny Perdue, which David Perdue is on the Agriculture Committee, okay, in the Senate Agriculture Committee. That's Senator David Perdue. He is on the committee. His cousin now is going to be, I think, confirmed today. I think it'll be today maybe, or was it yesterday? He will be, Sonny Perdue will be your ag commissioner. Okay? So, it's real simple. This guy supported Donald Trump, this guy is your senator, David Perdue. This guy is a conservative. That's what it looks like. It looks like his record right now is as a conservative. He hasn't pulled away from that. And this guy's first cousin is now going to be agricultural commissioner. The other guy, Saxby Chambliss, had to retire to make room for this guy because he was too busy reaching across the aisle. So just a little recap, and then we'll get into our next segment. Dan Mooney, tell you his picture. Put his picture up. Dan Mooney, a candidate, Republican candidate for the 6th Congressional District of Georgia, was endorsed by this guy. That was your test, Sam. There you go. Now, David Perdue, Senator David Perdue, okay? Karen Handel, candidate for 6th Congressional District. We have concerns about her conservative credentials. We have concerns on how she would go vote. We do here, okay? She won't talk to us, okay? She was endorsed by this guy, Saxby Chambliss. Too busy reaching across the aisle and making friends with Democrats made him very vulnerable, and he retired knowing he was not a conservative and not considered a conservative. That's who she was endorsed by. So there you go. Just a little recap. Thought it'd be an interesting one, didn't you? Right? They're counting votes, folks. They're counting votes. When we get back, I am going to tell you why I think Republicans own Obamacare. We're going to take a brief break, and then we'll look and see if the president has done anything on Twitter.